Greetings, slackers. It is February 16th, 2016, and I have another article I want to share with you on thedailymail.co.uk. Conwoman faked ovarian cancer to scam £14,000 out of her boyfriend so she could get plastic surgery. And this is by Alex Matthews for Mail Online. A conwoman faked ovarian cancer to scam £14,000 out of her boyfriend so she could get plastic surgery. Charlotte Roach, 31, from Chatham in Kent, avoided jail despite defrauding Matthew Pilgrim out of a small fortune to go towards fictional treatment at a private hospital. Instead, Roach, who was given a 6-month suspended sentence at Milestone Crown Court, planned to use £4,000 of the cash to carry out plastic surgery. And so this is a picture of Charlotte. And man, look at that face. Drawn on eyebrows. You know, I've always wondered, why do women cut off their eyebrows to draw them back on? Just a question. You know, I've always wondered about that. But anyways, I digress. Going on here. The pair met on the dating site Plenty of Fish and quickly became a couple after a series of dates in 2014, with their first meeting near St. Paul's Cathedral in April of that year. Prosecutor Alistair Walker said Mr. Pilgrim visited Roach at her home at weekends and she stayed with him in London. Mr. Walker said the relationship developed. He felt they were becoming quite close. Yeah, she was becoming quite close, all right, to your money. Deceitful Roach later told her partner that she had financial problems with an Irish bank account. Mr. Walker said this was laying the ground for what was to come. Pay attention closely here, folks. The court heard how Roach had told Mr. Pilgrim that she was going to see a cancer consultant as she believed she had ovarian cancer. She also told him how she had suffered with it before. She claimed surgery was needed to remove a growth on her ovaries, or she may have to get them removed completely. Paper mill worker Roach said it would be a 6-month wait on the NHS, National Health Services, but only a couple of days if she went private. The cost was £6,800. Mr. Pilgrim was concerned and wanted to help her. She texted him about it a couple of times and he felt under pressure, so he agreed to lend her the money. Let me repeat that again. Mr. Pilgrim was concerned and wanted to help her. She texted him about it a couple of times and he felt under pressure, so he agreed to lend her the money. See how your feelings can be used against you? Especially by manipulators. Moving on here. However, when he kindly offered to visit her at the hospital in North London after the operation, she made it clear she did not want him to. Afterwards, Roach asked him to pay for private prescriptions and post-operative care, and he gave her a further £2,000. Mr. Pilgrim then did not see her for a while, and it became clear the relationship was over. He asked her to repay the money. Oh, too late at that point, man. Mr. Walker said he felt he had been exploited, and of course he had. The excuses continued to flow. Roach's sister eventually called him and told him he had been had and to call the police. Roach, now living in Aberdeen, was arrested at work in October last year. Judge Philip St. John Stevens told her, quote, "It is clear, having developed a relationship with the individual concerned, you acted in a thoroughly dishonest, manipulative, and callous way and preyed on his goodwill with an untruthful story about your health. As a result, you defrauded him to the tune of in excess of £14,000. End quote. The judge added that there had to be a prison sentence, but said he was persuaded it could be suspended. Roach admitted fraud by false representation and will have to complete 80 hours unpaid work and repay the £14,220 she persuaded the victim to part with. Well, you know, good for him. I'm glad that he was able to receive, all the compensation that he had, loaned her. And this is just another one of those stories why you don't give out money. Health concerns are one thing that, when you get with someone, you get to know them, you begin to like them, and you develop this relationship. And then, you learn more things about them because most people are not going to be upfront with their medical concerns. That might scare somebody away. And, this guy trying to be nice, trying to be sweet, be like he was caring, ended up getting played. He got had. And, this woman, as soon as she came to him with that sob story, that's when the red flag should have went up, and he should have said, you know what, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and cut on out. I know it may seem a little cold, like, you should be giving people with disabilities and people with medical problems a chance. But the truth is, it's up to each individual to make that call. And if you don't feel like going down that path because somebody's sick or somebody's got, a medical condition that they're dealing with, because, hey, that's your time. You shouldn't be made to feel like you are less of a person or a shitty person for not giving that person a chance. And, look at what it says right here, going back to, she texted him about it a couple of times and he felt under pressure. When you get in these relationships with people, don't allow yourself to feel no pressure whatsoever, because that's how you get played. Her medical problems were her medical conditions, and as far as I'm concerned, they weren't married, so he wasn't obligated to help. And that's sort of how you got to look at this. But that's my opinion. What's yours? Leave your thoughts and comments down below. That's going to do it for this article. I'll catch you in the next one. September Man, out.